Made in Hollywood.
A petty thief and a courageous princess find their destinies intertwined by a magical genie as the live-action reimagining of the animated classic Aladdin features Mena Massoud, Naomi Scott, and Will Smith.
Hi, I'm Naomi Scott. You're watching Made in Hollywood, and here is a scene from Aladdin.
They're over there! Get them! Stop! Thief! You three, get back here! Stop that boy! She's on the roof!
I'm assuming that, like me, you grew up watching Aladdin lots and lots of times with the VHS.
I did, yes. VHS indeed, absolutely.
That would be so sad if you're like, no, actually we have Blu-rays. I'd be like,
No.
oh man, I'm getting old now.
No, I'm a 90s baby, so yeah, we had all that.
Did you ever imagine when you were watching Aladdin back then that one day you would grow up and become Aladdin for real on the big screen?
You know, it was certainly something that I dreamed of. You know, Aladdin to me was a superhero in a way because he's one of the only characters that looked like me, that I could relate my culture to, and there weren't a lot of characters that I could do that with. So getting to play him now is I mean, it's a dream come true.
My work here is done.
When you find yourself sitting in Burbank in a chair having the discussion about making a Disney production, that's a very exciting moment, that, right? So I'm 50 years old, but all of a sudden you're sitting in that position that you remember when you were about 8. You go, oh, and it's talking about, you know, it's great fun. You're living a sort of a childhood dream, if you will.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich.
Costumes, production design, and music, I think, were like the stars of the movie. To me, I thought that they were so stunning. When they approached you and they said that they want you to create the live-action version of Aladdin, were you like, this is a lot of pressure?
No, was the answer to that. I mean, it doesn't really work like that when you take on one of these projects. What works is honestly, it's the practical day-to-day business of making it manifest, and you cross each challenge, each bridge as you come to it.
Rich enough to impress a princess. What would I have to do? There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
You've created so many amazing classic Disney hits, songs that I grew up with. Now, when you sit at a piano and you come up with a new song for Aladdin, does it just come to you really easily now, or is it still something that you have to work hard at?
Well, I do work hard. But what I do is I turn on the faucet. The faucet flows. You know, there's always music pouring out of me, but then you gotta go, you shape it. No, I don't like that. I like it like this. Oh, this shape is good. Oh, this feels right, you know, and this chord feels right. And then I have my collaborator in the room, or collaborators, and I want their instant feedback. Oh, I like that. That's great. But often my gut will say, I like that. I like that.
What do you say to Alan Menken, like, because he knows, like, he has 8 Oscars on his shelf. Like, he has a reminder of who he is. So you can't just be like, wow, like, you're Alan Menken. Yeah, it was really crazy. Although the other day we were on the plane and I was with Guy's wife, Jackie, and we were going through like our favorite Disney song because she loves Disney as well. And we were doing all the Pocahontas songs. And like every time we'd like look at him and he'd like be smiling and I'd be like, you wrote that song, didn't you? Literally all of the best songs he wrote.
I can take a hint, gotta face the facts. Could really use a friend or two.
And I feel like even singing-wise, you sounded like the original Aladdin. I definitely saw it. I felt like I was watching the real version of Aladdin.
Yeah, everybody says that. I obviously didn't do that on purpose. But hey, if people say I sound like him, that's great. I don't know.
Oh, great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3. I'm kidding. Watch this.
Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Everyone wants to know about Will Smith as Genie. He is half CGI'd. So when you are actually on set with him, what does he actually look like?
You know, we do it a few different ways. You're referring to when he's big and blue, right?
I feel like there are multiple versions of Genies that we saw. So, I mean, at any point, he was actually there all in blue with you. at one point, right?
No. That big blue genie is a fully CGI genie. But we shot it a few different ways. Will would come on set, we'd run the scene together just as two human beings.
All you have to do is walk over there.
And speak. I also have to speak.
And then he would wear his mocap suit, and then after that, I would play it to a ping pong ball or a laser, and he would be off screen performing his lines.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in Make Me a Prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Y'all see my palace?
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
The question was, within a couple of minutes, could I imagine I could direct a film that felt like it was worth going to go and see? It would be fresh enough and exciting enough and generally worth it. And you sort of do the arithmetic, and there's a bit of sort of chewing that takes place in the recesses of your mind, and you go, oh yeah, and then the old calculator comes out, yeah, I think I could do this, boom. And then once you go, I think I could do it, then really after that it's a question of meeting each challenge that comes along.
Because I wanted to humanize the character. I think it was that thing of I wanted her to feel that trepidation, because everything is new to her, but also that sense of adventure, you know, that she's like looking around like, wow, this is so cool.
Let me share this moment.